All right, guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Taino T, welcome. And this is another special gamer edition video. And I'm probably uploading this one as soon as I finish uploading Barricade. And I decided to do these two characters at once. Why? Well, let's analyze it with Mr. Spock's logic. They both have the same vehicle modes. It's the same transformation, only the same weapons. Only thing that changes are the head sculpts. And another reason why I chose also to do this video is because I want to show you the upgrade kits I got for them and the mods I had to do to fix the ankle tilt that everybody's been having issues with this figure, because the way it is originally configured, the ankle tilt is on the wrong side. So a lot of people have been trying to fix it. I've seen people trying to do simple fixes. I've been able to fix it. It took me, I had to use the grinder again, the grinder that I showed you in the Barricade video. If you saw that one, for those of you that don't know, I bought a grinder used for plastic and wood in Hobby Lobby. It costs like 24 bucks. And I've been using it to modify, namely these two and Barricade. So let's have a look here. And yes, they are more accurate to the game. So as you can see, they both share the same molding. This plastic does feel a bit more tough than this one. This one has joints a bit more tighter than this one. Now, as you can see already, I did have to do some some mods here, because this doesn't come painted on either of them. So I took model paint and I had to paint that in. For comparison, this is the original one. I reviewed this some time ago in Spanish. I am going to review it again in English. Maybe that depends if I sell it way before I do that. But you can see the size difference there. So now these are more if you're a real stickler about scale, then this one will match any Voyager Optimus Prime you have. This one is almost the size of a Voyager, but he does suffer from, he has no ankle tilt. The transformation is a pain in the ass. And that's not saying that this isn't. This is a test in patience. Every time I transform this, it works my last good nerve. This one is annoying in transformation, specifically how to, get the damn legs in there. I hate transforming this bastard. And just so you see, yeah. So you see that, they're both bigger. And you'll notice that the Gamer Edition has more detail in the molding. He has a lot more detail up there. Now, in many ways, obviously, this is more accurate to the game. This, they had to change 2 or 3 things, I guess, for the size or whatever. Now, in the robot modes, well, it's a 50-50 thing on the robot modes. I'm not going to bother to show you those in robot mode. I will show you these. So, so let's get to I'll show you both there. Look on the side there. You'll see that. I say they're both based on a computer mouse, so you can just, And yeah, they both roll very well. Now to the accessories. They come with the same accessories. Okay? They come with the Energon blade, which is not paint. You can paint it yourself, but I think you would have to airbrush it, because in the game, the center is dark and it's like an orange outline. I think the only way you can get that is with an airbrush. And there, you can see that nice molding in there. You come with this. I think this is if I remember right, this is like a submachine gun in the game where you shoot, it fires like 3 rounds, like in bursts. Then you have this. You'll notice Bumblebee uses this in the intro for the game, and this fires like plasma balls. Alright, so, okay, let me get the camera up higher. I gotta prepare myself mentally for this. Alright, so let's start here. First thing you do, we're gonna pop up this backhand here, okay? Alright, so we're gonna, now the legs are pegged in 3 spots. Here, which is the shoulder, and here, which is the forearm. Now, it's a pain in the ass to get in there when you're putting him in vehicle mode, but once you do, he's pretty stable. Alright, so, okay, we gotta, now, to move this, which is where it hits, so you gotta lift this top piece a little bit, because it's actually clicked in there. Alright, so, we're going to fold this back up so you can move this out of the way. And twist this back. Now, my transformation is going to be a little bit different from yours. See, yeah, this is another thing of this figure. Parts popping off all over the damn place. And I forget what the fuck this thing is used for anyway. Anyway, let me get this other side down. No, forgot the damn foot. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this goes like this here. All right, there we go. All right, so you will notice that my transformation is a bit different because I already did the mods in order to give him the ankle tilt. Not that, that's this. Because originally, the way it works is this leg is over here, and you notice the ankle tilt is on the wrong side. So, but once I get him transformed, I'll show you everything I did. Now the arms are very tightly clicked in here. So, all right. Let's open up this one now. All right. So now the arms are like folded up in here, but let's move these a bit out the way so we have some room to move all of this. Now the problem with this figure and the transformation, what they did is like they expect you to face plastic through plastic. So it's like I question the intelligence sometimes of the people that design this. All right, so move that up, bring this down, and that is just the top part here of the car. Now we bring all of this up. Now this is going to peg in to that. Okay, now what I did there, squeezing, I squeezed this and that in, okay? Now the shoulder pieces, okay, twist that down. Now for the arms, we're gonna move this, okay? Now the hands, and it is way more game accurate forearm than we had in the old one. Same thing over here. Now this, we're just gonna fold up like this. And you see it doesn't have as much kibble because in the old one, this piece was about almost that big. I mean, it was huge. All right. All right, so there's Bumblebee. So let's have a look at him up close there. Now remember, Cliffjumper and Bumblebee in the War for Cybertron games, they have the exact same mold. All right, only thing that changes is the head sculpt. All right, so we can see there, and you notice the difference here is that they made him like a more kind of like the Hobbit dwarf kind of body because they eliminated the ab. He has no abdomen. It's just crotch and straight chest piece. So as you can see, this one in robot mode, all of this is way more accurate to the game. So what I criticize here, this figure is that the old one from the abdomen down is accurate to the game. This one, the top is accurate to the game. It's like they went half and half on it. All right, so let's have a look there. So have a look in the back. Now, if you were to lift up his arm, you can actually see inside. He's very hollow. Okay, so let's have a look at that articulation there on him. Now, obviously, let's look at that head sculpt first. You can see very game accurate. So like all this here is painted, and obviously that detail there. Now the head, there you go. You can get a good 360 out of there. The arms will do 360. Good 90-degree there. There's no wrist swivel. There is bicep rotation, waist rotation, the knees, a bit more 90-degree there, and of course the ankle tilts. Now let's get to the mods, or better yet, let me transform Cliffjumper. So that way you can see them too, because obviously this is a review of doing both of them. So let's do some time lapse here. Hold on. All right, almost done here, but I wanted to show you guys one issue that you're going to run into with this figure, with both of them. Is that sometimes when you're transforming them, this whole fucking back end wants to come off. I mean, this figure is not perfect in any way. Let me tell you something. This mold, or let's just say this mold, is not perfect in any way. This mold is sometimes just a complete total pain. Now, is it as bad as the original mold? Well, I would call that 50-50, because the original mold had its issues too. Hold on, I'm here fighting with the damn thing, trying to hook it back on. I know the review is in English, but I think you guys are about to hear me cursing out in Spanish. Cago en la madre, puñeta. Whoever designed this mold, I really hate it. I don't know what the fuck he was smoking when he did this. This transformation could have been way better. So seriously, I have no idea what the fuck he was thinking, what the fuck he was smoking. Alright, so there's Cliffjumper. As you can see now, let's have a look. Now, it's the same thing as Bumblebee, exact same thing. Only thing that changes is the head sculpt. So let's have a look up in there. Exactly from the game there. Now, okay, as for the mods I did, first of all, the first guy that I saw on internet, mainly in YouTube Shorts, what he did was, there were people that were just twisting this around. Lift this up a little bit. And then just twisting the legs around, right? So this is the original configuration of the leg. So as you can see, the ankle tail was on the wrong side. So people were doing this. They were just twisting all of this around, but then you have this big open piece there. Unless somebody comes out with an upgrade kit that you can cover that up, that's, you're going to have that issue. Like if they do an upgrade kit, yeah, I'll probably get it. No. what I did is I removed the legs and switched them around. So that way they would have not only the ankle tilt, but they would have the detail of having the tire here, because in the original figure and in the game, you'll notice the back tire is actually the center of the ankle. Now here I was able to give him that kind of look because this does not come painted on the figure. So I painted this. This is gunmetal gray. This is just like if you were looking at the tire. All right, so I painted that in there. And now the only problem is, now when you transform him, the good thing about him in this configuration, when you transform him, you don't have, all you have to do is just twist the legs around, if I remember right. All right, so you don't have to twist you don't have to twist this around at all. Now, only problem is it's design. Now, the way it's designed, this this is not, this is flat up to here, and then it curves up for almost an inch. So I literally had to grind all of it down to get it as, as flat as possible, because when you transform this actually hits this back roof here. So it's actually hitting like around here, making it pop up. And there are 2 tabs in there that I had to grind down as well, because they just kept making it pop up. So yes, you can mod it, but it's going to take a little bit of work unless you want to wait for an upgrade kit for it. For so far, I haven't seen anybody make an upgrade kit covering up this back end there. Now, the upgrade kit that I did get, and I'll leave a link to that in the description, what it does is that it comes with covers for these thigh pieces there. So that was, okay. So that piece that you see here, that's part of the upgrade kit I bought. Now, the upgrade kit, I bought 2 of the upgrade kits, so they're already installed in there on them. Now, the upgrade kit brings 2 more pieces, these. Now, what this does is that it allows you to take these 2 weapons and combine them into one with a handle, which I think is cool, because Cliffjumper in the Fall of Cybertron game, he's actually a sniper. Yeah, you can actually use sniper rifle on him a lot. You'll use that a lot, especially if you're playing Rise of the Dark Spark. He'll come out with a sniper rifle as well, and it fits great in his hand. So as you can see, totally cool. No problem there. Now obviously Cliffjumper had to do the same mods. I got him, he arrived in the mail yesterday. And first thing I did was starting modding him. I just finished modding him this morning. I had to do some 2 or 3 little details on him. Now, as for the Energon blades, now the handles are a bit small, so you're gonna have to really, squeeze them in there. And they all have the same, like the game gimmick. So let's put you with the gun you use in the game. And let's put you with the burst rifle. I think that was its name. I know it fires 3-round bursts. That's all I remember. Yeah. So you can see how they look there. Now, are they an improvement to these? To the old ones? Vehicle mode, yes. I say vehicle mode is a huge improvement. It looks more game accurate. The transformation in the other ones is just, it's annoying. It's annoying snapping everything together, especially in the arm pieces, because these, the majority of this is just transparent plastic painted over. Pretty much almost all of this here, almost all of this is transparent plastic. the wheels here are transparent plastic. This piece is just transparent plastic stuck in there. So okay, but everything else here, this is pretty much transparent plastic painted over. So hooking all this together is not easy because if the plastic warp, and the plastic is warped in some areas, because you'll notice, this side sticks out more than this one, and that happens on both of them. And then to hook those legs in there, I mean, because you can already see, Now, but these transformations for these guys now, they could have, Hasbro should have just invested a bit more money, done a bit better quality control. Because these transformations could have been refined and could have been a lot better than what we got here. Because to get them into vehicle mode is it works my last nerve. I mean, you have no idea. I mean, if you have blood pressure issues, I say don't mess with these. If you have the old ones, stick with them. But these are more size accurate scale if you're really into scale. So like for instance, here it is with a deluxe. So you see their sizes are in scale. And I don't have anybody Voyager transform right now, but I mean you get the general idea. So let's get them into vehicle mode. And you'll see what a pain in the ass it is, and you'll see how this back piece is constantly popping off when I try to transform it. All right, so let's do it with Bumblebee. Let me take a deep breath for this shit. All right. We're going to move that wrist down, twist all this around. Doesn't really matter which way you go. It's all going to end up on the same place. So leave the legs for last because this is what's going to be annoying. Yeah, you see? See, it already popped off. Alright. Now, okay, let's open that up a bit. There we go. And let's pop this up. There. Let's do the arms too. Let's fold this down. Fold the shoulder piece down. Alright. Let's move that to the back there. Same thing here. And let's move these. We open up those rims there. Now, I don't know why they made this like this, but sometimes to pop this into position, it's just, God, it's just a pain. And it's not even fully up there. That's why sometimes I keep this around too. Anyway, it's not all the way up, but fuck it. I just don't want to take the risk of scratching this paint. Oof, I thought I did there for a minute. Alright, fuck it. Let's do it like this then. And there's a little bit better. Alright, fuck it. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on before my OCD kicks in. Alright, so now we're gonna move this. Come on, focus, camera. Alright. 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 There we go. Now, sometimes it'll give you trouble, as most figures like to do, especially in this line. Now, remember that when you bring this up, but you want to get the legs transformed first. So when you bring this up, this piece here, if you can see that, that's going to hook into this here. So you'll want to, oh damn, shoulder came out of alignment. Yeah, sometimes that's going to happen too on you. And that's going to happen a lot with Cliffjumper. For some reason, Cliffjumper's shoulders are way tighter. So when you try to move them around. All right, so let's deal with the legs here. So, okay, remember, twist the legs around. You're going to open that up like that. All right, now you're going to bring all this around. Okay. Now remember, here is where you want to bring this in like this. You're going to open that up. Okay, that's how it's going to look. Now remember, just we can't hook it into the right position yet because we haven't moved this yet. So you want to get those legs transformed first, all right? All right, there we go. All right. Now we're going to bring that up. And there we go. All right. Now this has a tab here. That's going to tab into this. There it is. You can see it right there. It's like on the back of the forearm. All right. So you want to tab it in there first, then you can tab it in up here to those two spots there. It's a bit harder to do with Cliffjumper because for some reason Cliffjumper, they made his joints so tight that when you try to, you know, move something, just moves everything. All right, now if you see here those two tabs, this is going to hook in here. Now if you do these mods, it's going to be loose. That's why when I painted all that in there to you know, that way make it a bit more solid. It has more friction to grab onto. I mean, you can kind of leave it like that if you want to, but I think that just looks nasty. So, you know. All right. All right, you're like, yeah, he does have visible head syndrome, but I tried twisting the head around and it just doesn't work. But I think you can pop one of the weapons in here. Yeah, not this one. Yeah. So you can pop one of those weapons in there. And the other ones you can, you know, put them here. You know, so you can put the sword, you know, like hooked on there like that. All right. So there you go. There's Bumblebee. And now, so you can watch me really get angry, we're going to do the same thing with this one. So if you missed anything there on Bumblebee, you'll see me do it. You'll see me do it here. You'll hear me cursing out more with this one. All right. So let's twist that. Yeah, because you want to open up the, yeah, like this, the rims here, because you see they fold in. So you need these to open a little bit so you can lift this front end up. Now with Cliffjumper, for some reason, they are extremely way tighter than on Bumblebee. Like, I have no idea why they did that, but hey, you know, if it works for them. So let's twist the legs around now. That way we don't have to worry about them later. All right, so let's deal with those shoulders first, because we're gonna have to be moving them around for a while because they like to move out of place because they're really tight. Because watch what happens when I try to move the arm. See, the whole shoulder housing moves. It's a bit looser now since I've been messing with it since I got home this morning, because I got out of work at 6 in the morning. So all right. All right. Now, same thing we did with Bumblebee. We're going to bring this up. I guess they want us to bring it down at the same time. You see here, it went in a lot more smoothly than on Bumblebee. All right, so let's deal with these front tires now. All right, now you see what I said? Whole shoulder came out of alignment. So the shoulder pieces on this Cliffjumper are way tight. All right. Yeah, he didn't go in right. Yeah, he did not go in right. There we go. All right. All right, so there's the front end. Let me take a deep breath, prepare myself mentally for this, because I know this part gave me some problems with the Cliffjumper. I don't know why. I think because it's this mainly molded out of this red plastic. It's like the quality of this plastic is a bit different for some reason. Okay. Same thing on this side. Let's fold this. Yeah, so I don't know why that, but I have seen it on other figures where they're remolds, but when they mold one out of like a different type of plastic, it's like it changes the dynamics of the figure a bit. Look, this came out of place here. There we go. Okay, make sure all that's snapped in. Now, I know it looks kind of bright on the camera because remember what I told you guys about the red doesn't really photograph well on cameras. I mean, that's why a lot of, this is what some Hollywood directors will tell you. It's like, oh, why didn't you do this red? Because you're not photographed like this. So if you want it to look just right, you got to, you know, photograph it in a very dark red just to get it to look normal. Yeah, so see the problem I'm having here. And there we go. See how Cliffjumper is like a bit more of a pain in the ass than Bumblebee was. Alright, so let's... At least this side went in a little bit easier. Now I was having trouble with this back end because it just kept popping up. So let's see if I have that same trouble now. Ah. Just going in this, see? I don't know why I want to, see what I'm saying? It keeps popping up, hold on. All right, I just finished messing with him. He might pop up and piss me off. But there they go. So as you've seen, yeah, the transformation is a work in nerves, but so are these. But these are not as much as this. This would just make me want to smash it against the wall. So anyway, there you go. Like I said, the vehicle mode looks great. Final review. The vehicle modes look great, more game accurate. The problem is the robot mode. The upper half looks game accurate, the bottom half does not. But on these, the bottom half looks accurate, the upper half does not. So it's just a 50-50. I guess it's just choose your design aesthetic, which one appeals to you more. If you want it more game accurate, these are your main deal. You're going to have trouble with those legs until somebody comes out with an upgrade kit. But, you know, if you want to modify it the way I did it, that's also an option. it is worth the work, because you need that ankle tilt, especially if you want to get those good poses out. If you want to pose them in some good action poses, because we need to take advantage of that ankle tilt. The old ones didn't have ankle tilt. Their feet wouldn't move at all. At least these, you get that ankle tilt if you can fix that, work around that problem, which is what most of us have been doing. So like I said, I'll leave a link to that upgrade kit below, and if I happen to find somebody does an upgrade kit to cover those back pieces where we don't have to be flipping the legs around, and I'll do another review on them, and I'll leave that kit in there for you guys, the link. All right, so I'm going to get into some meditation now. I relaxed after messing with these two. So anyway, I'll see you next time, guys. All right, I hope this was helpful for you guys if you decide if you want to go with these guys or the old ones.